What up, y'all? Today I'm gonna be showing you 5 production tips that is instantly gonna change your beats. And honestly, they're pretty easy. Some of you might know them, some of you may not. Let's just get into it. Alright, so number 1 is spatial dimension. When I make my beats, I like to imagine them like on an ecosystem, whether it's a rainforest, city, or the beach, depending on the vibe of your beat. But just imagine you're standing in a forest. The wind is coming in and out your ear because it's going in multiple directions. And you hear like a bird to the right of you, like super far. And you hear the trees, and you also hear somebody yelling to the left of you. When you talk, that's the loudest thing you're gonna hear because it's right here in your head. And you think about yourself in that atmosphere as the artist. They need headspace, they need space to sing on the beat, so just keep that in mind when you're mixing. Okay, I have this beat right here to show you an example. So if you want to push things further back in the mix, or make them seem further away, you can add a reverb and it'll push it further back. If you hear the vocals, you can hear they're panning in and out subtly, as you can see on the mixer rack. Now everything does not need reverb unless it's like kind of a dark atmospheric beat. So I suggest you don't add reverb to anything. There's a lot you can do alone with just EQ. Added this snare at the end of the 8 bars. And even this snare roll, it's panned to the left, as you can see on the mixer track. 2 free plugins that I use to automate my volume and panning are Tau Filter. So as you can see, I automated the volume of the bass coming up and down. And then with the vocals, I automated the panning with Pancake. You can make so much space and so much headroom for the artist if you just pan some stuff, push some stuff back, the melodies pop more. It's just up to you what you want to be more audible. Higher frequency sounds seem louder than low frequency sounds, despite them being at the same decibel. What? Okay, so tell me which one seems louder to you. Keep in mind that they're both peaking at 9 decibels. The pad or the vocals. And you can also make your hi-hat patterns way more saucy if you just pan the rolls to the left and the right. I know I love it when other producers do that in the music I listen to. Number 2 is kick side chaining. Now you could do this with kick and an 808, a kick and a bass, a pluck bass and a sustainable bass. It just depends on your song. This is going to get rid of all that muddy low end. Like, honestly, I think everybody should be doing this. If you're going to take anything out of this video, take this one. Because this one is going to help your mix just so much. Okay, so here in the song I have a kick and a bass. As you can see, they take up the same frequency on the EQ. This is the kick. This is the bass. Like they're literally taking up the same frequency, and you don't want them to try and get the same frequency at the same time because it's just going to get messy. Select your kick channel and then hover over the bass, come down to this arrow on the bass one, right click and put sidechain to this track. Then you're going to come to the bass, add a fruity limiter, come over here to sidechain, go up 1, and then mess with the threshold and ratio knob. Here I did it very dramatically, but as you could see, look how much the bass goes down every time the kick hits. Just adjust the threshold and ratio to fit your beat. There's other ways to do this, but that's the easiest and freest one. The third one is drops and pauses. In the same beat, I pause all the instruments for a bar before the first chorus comes. If I didn't have the risers, it would sound like this. The risers definitely add a lot of emotion and cinematic. And I got this one off a Drake drum kit. So that's how it sounds like raw. But I can't even name how many times that I've dropped the first chorus of my song with this bar pause. You can even do a vinyl scratch. This one I did it for 2 bars, so it was a longer break. So to do this vinyl scratch, it's really easy. All you have to do, get D-Blue Tape Stop. It's a free plugin. First, you're going to highlight where you want the tape scratch to come. So once you've done that, you're going to come back to the tape stop. Right click on the trigger knob and then create automation clip. I'm going to put it all the way up. And yeah, it's really that simple. If you're not an EDM producer, you don't really gotta stress about the drops and the risers or anything. Okay, now everybody's favorite, the underwater trick. So I'm going to show you how to do it in the beginning of my song. Highlight the area you want the underwater effect to be. We're going to go back to the mixer, come to the master channel, and we're going to add love filter. Now you're going to go to low pass, and then you come to the knob, the love filter, turn it all the way down. And then you're going to put create automation clip. You could either put it all the way, halfway, depends how intense you want it to be. I'm just going to put it all the way for the video. Now, if that's good enough for you, then it's good enough for you. You could take it a step further. Create a pattern, doesn't matter the name, and you put it exactly where you have your automation for the love filter. And then you're going to come over here, and you're going to click record. When you automate like that, you get the highs and the lows. To me, it's like when you're underwater and you come up and you can hear like the high frequencies more. Because when you're underwater, you can really only hear like low ass frequencies. Yeah, that's how you do the underwater effect. Alright, last but not least, texture. So as you can see at the intro of this same song, I added like a party crowd type of texture. It adds so much more feeling, emotion, and like realism for sure. And there's so many sample packs that have free textures and things like that. I'm just gonna drag in a texture from my Allure Accents Phrases Textures Kit. Fit the tempo real quick, type in BPM 98, and show you how it sounds when you add the texture. I'm just gonna replace it with the party crowd and see how that sounds. Yeah, I might keep that. It's looking better than the party crowd. But yeah, textures can do a lot for your beat. Before y'all leave, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be posting weekly from now on. Mark my words, so just stay tuned for some gems. Love you. Bye.